We continue our knowledge sharing mission through a series of interviews with executive leaders from all over the world and are thrilled to have Lauren with us today.
Hi, Luis. It's great to be here. My name is Lauren Watson. I work at Legl and I'm the director of the legal partnerships team.
Can you give a one-sentence description of your company?
So at Legl, we really help law firms to succeed in a digital-first world. So very much our solution is geared around helping law firms to deliver delightful, best-in-class client experience.
Can you describe the role of Director of Legal Partnerships in one word and why?
I chose the word collaboration, and that's really because at the center of my job is really helping law firms to effect change management within their businesses and to put and adopt a really client-centric mindset. And so I was going to choose problem solver, which was a sort of hyphenated one-word answer, but I changed it to collaboration because ultimately solving problems and solving challenges in law firms is really directly linked to a collaborative approach.
What current challenges are directors of legal partnerships facing right now?
So linked to actually the collaboration piece and what I just mentioned is change management. Now, law firms have a very typical traditional structure. And over the last 18 months, there's been a real shift in terms of adoption of technology. And what I think the really key challenge in the legal sector is at the moment is really fostering a client-centric mindset across the whole business. And so that does involve a degree of change management, which can be really hard to get right. So I think one of the key challenges at the moment is how to really effectively manage change within law firms and how to collaborate both with law firms, technology suppliers, law firm industry networks, organizations that really specialize in consulting to the legal profession to bring about that change together.
How do you explain the success you've had in your career?
I would explain the success that I've had genuinely to be how passionate I am about the legal industry. I really think that there's a huge opportunity for change in the legal sector more generally. And I'm very passionate about access to legal services and access to justice. And I do feel that there's a huge opportunity for that access to be dramatically improved. And I think that technology can play a really fundamental role there. So I would attribute my success to the kind of passion and drive to really affect change in an industry that I think could really be improved to benefit your everyday people, your everyday businesses, so that they can get quick and effective legal advice and that they can work with lawyers who understand the kind of evolving expectations around adopting a digital first approach.
How can you see your role evolving in the next 2 to 3 years?
So as I mentioned before, the legal industry has seen a huge amount of change over the last 18 months. And so I would anticipate that that pace of change will continue. And that's really down to the expectations from clients. So whether your client is a sort of individual or a business, their expectations around being able to pay online, being able to instruct lawyers remotely, frankly, being able to do everything from the comfort of their own home is really going to fundamentally shift the way that law firms in particular do business. And so I think the way the role is going to evolve is very much actually just furthering and creating really deep partnerships with law firms to help through that mindset shift to adopt a really client-centric approach. And once that kind of philosophical shift has happened, to put the client at the center of everything you do, it just creates a great framework for change and collaboration within the industry. So I think if I was to pick one thing, I would say that is probably how the role is going to evolve, in the sense that it is going to be all about furthering relationships and creating really deep partnerships with industry players, with law firms themselves, with consultants, to make sure that we can really affect change in the industry.
What career advice would you like to share with directors of legal partnerships?
Be really passionate about what you're doing and don't ever lose that curiosity to know more about the businesses that you work with, the industry that you work in, the pace of change in terms of technology, how to better manage change management. And I think as long as you never kind of lose that curiosity to always know more, be better, create better relationships, you'll be successful in whatever it is that you do. And I do think that being really passionate about the mission behind the company that you work for and making sure that that aligns with your personal values as well is really key to success.
I think this brings us to a close. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Lauren. Thank you very much. And I'm looking forward to our next catch-up.
Thanks, Luis.